Now a handoff working right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A very solid gain of 27. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. The handoff comes to Stewart. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. A good pickup there, a 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, that's Joseph, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. And even 50 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stewart on 1st down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Stewart. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up.
You see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick-6 going the other way.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to settle Mark.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. They give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to let this go deep. Back over. This is caught inside the 15. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stewart. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go now.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Being chased out left. Shifts, and I think the ball's out. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stewart. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Detroit! 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 Hot! Hot!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They fake the give. Now Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 43 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They go back to Stewart on first. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10, right at the 30.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Left, 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 left.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guy...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through it. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Stewart, he's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On play action, they'll throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go!
Back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They run here with Stewart. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 38. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check. 9. Z.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Jones on the stop. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Stewart again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here, the 44. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up. Could come back at you a long way.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He's back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
Well, they'll try to close it out now. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. That's what it do to me. Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing.